men's moment is this is something that I want to talk about every week, where we just talk about something as men. The men's moment is do you check on your people and do your people check on you? All right. And that's the big thing with me is, as men, sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make it, finances, and it's a lot of stress on us, you know what I'm saying, where we got to take care of our families, we got to figure out how to be financially free, we got to just deal with the stresses of life, we got to deal with our women, we got to deal with all these different factors that's coming from us from everywhere. And it's sometimes we forget to check on our people, and I wrote this down 2 days ago, but shout out to my cousin, man, my cousin Gerald. He hit me up today and was like, "Hey, what up, cuz?" He was like, "I just got to do a better job of checking on my peoples." And he's like, "I'm just checking on you to see if you good." And I just really appreciated that, because a lot of people don't never just hit me up to just say, "Hey, what's up? You good? Like, how everything going? How the family? How's your mental?" And a couple people do that. My boy Tim do that a lot. Shout out to cuz Gerald. And I reach out to people too, but we just got to do a better job with that. So the main thing I wanted to ask y'all is, do y'all check up on y'all peoples, and do people check up on you? Because nobody really checks up on me, and I got to do a better job of checking up on people. But when I think about it, a lot of people don't check up on me to see, like, "Hey, Mike, you good?" You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, because sometimes you need that. But yeah, what about y'all? Do y'all do that?
Absolutely, man. Mike, man, like son, dog, I always do, like, in a group chat, man. I'm like, man, hey, man, how y'all boys doing, man? Like, man, how y'all doing? And like whatever, man. We had a whole talk about our struggles, like our shortcomings. Yeah. We had a big old heart to heart, and like that was that helped a lot, though, man. So like I check on my people a lot, though, man. I always call or FaceTime people, man, or text them outright. Man, and just be like, man, hey, how y'all doing? How you going? Like, man, like, yeah, man, it's short though, man. So, you got to do that.
My thing is to be more personal with it. Group chats, that's great too. But what I would say is, like, hitting people up one-on-one. Because a lot of times you put in the group chat, some people ain't going to tell you what they really going through, because some people are closer to other people in the group chat than some others. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you do that. And that's great that you do that. But what I'm saying is, do you call people and say, "Hey, what's going? You good? Like, everything good with you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, just calling you to let you know I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? And if you need somebody to talk to, anything like that, I just make sure you good. And I know I got to do a better job with that. Sometimes I do it, I don't do it consistently, and I got to work on that. What about you, Dante and George?
You know what? I'm like you, Mike. Nobody checks on me, and it's funny because I don't know as men if we know how to check, right? Because that's a vulnerable space to be in with somebody, whether it's family or a super close friend that you feel is a brother, because it's that wall that we have as men. I can't let you see my vulnerability or my weakness, because society has told me I got to be strong all the time, and that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
So I check on a few people. I got a squad I check on, and I have a great conversation at least once a week with 2-3 good people. But nobody really called me, and it's weird because I'm not saying that they don't need to, and I don't know if I need it or miss it. But I will say this: if I were to get it, I'll appreciate it a lot more, right? Yeah. Because it'll be something that, you see me in this space and you just tapping out and tapping in to make sure I am okay. Because I think sometimes, the strong ones need to be poured into. We can't always do the pouring as well. Right. So I think it's a fine line to figure it out, because again, some people just don't have that capacity to do that. So you can't get mad at them, can't do something they just can't do. You know what I mean? Right. But those who do know how to do it, I appreciate it when those tap in. Obviously, my brothers and some other people don't count because they do that inherently, right? That's what we know since we were younger. But like, other than that, I would want to be checking on and tapping into those around me as well. So it is something that I think overall men in general have to be better at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? Life is short, man. You got to check on your peoples, man. Yeah. And that's my thing is, like, I sometimes can be a little bit like where I try to show retaliation, because some people be like, "Man, you don't never check on me, or you don't never call me, or you don't never see how I am." I'm like, do you do it? Like, I ain't got no missed phone calls from you.
Right.
So why would I call you if you ain't reciprocating the love? And sometimes, you know what, you don't know what people are really going through, you know, and you got to get out of that mind frame of like, oh, they ain't hitting me up, so I ain't hitting them up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us do that too. And just be the one where if you thinking about them, you hit them up, and you never know what somebody gonna say when you hit them up. Like, dang, bro, I ain't got a phone call from you in 6 months. You know, like, hey, I'm just checking to see how you is, man. You know, I got to do a better job. And my cuz told me that. He's like, I just got to do a better job of checking on my people. And I'm like, man, that's so profound that you said that, because I got to do a better job of it. You know, calling my aunties, calling my family, calling everybody. I don't call nobody. You know what? And that's the thing with me is like, I am that strong person where I don't really need you to call me. But when I think back on it, it's like, it is nice when people call and check on you and just say they think about you. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody, you know, like that, you know, that somebody is just thinking about you. So tune in to the Mike to Mike podcast every week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks, and like always, see y'all next week.